Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Sheila here. First, for those that are new, welcome. For those that are coming back to see me, thank y'all so much. Today is part 2 of my Halloween patio decorating series. And it's the day we get to decorate my patio doors. I'm really looking forward to this because this is the main part of my decorating series. Alrighty, now last time on my last video we did my banister, we did just the top railing part. I want to kind of go back and address a few things. First, I'm so sorry that it was really short and it kind of felt kind of rushed. My battery was dying. Well, actually it did die, so I left a large amount of footage out. I didn't record it, so I apologize about that. And it started raining, so I mean it started like drizzling a little bit, and so I was trying to rush it up, so I'm so sorry. So hopefully there's blue skies, it's sunny, so we shouldn't have an issue today. Okay, now we're going to start decorating my patio doors today. As you can see behind me, I went ahead and put up my garland, which is the same garland as I used on my banister. It is the Christmas garland, that's it. And I did put them up with some a few, well, about 4 or 5 little tiny nails, but most of it was put up with command hooks, those really good command hooks. And the nails I just used for just stability. Now they're tiny because since it's a rental, I didn't want to go in, you know, making big old holes in their wood, but these are just tiny, and I did ask permission, so it's all clear on that. But on my other homes, my husband, since I've done it for so many years, my husband had installed these little hooks for me, so I didn't have to worry about that, because he got tired of me putting holes in, you know, the wood around the door, so he kind of put it in the brick for me, so I didn't have to worry about that anymore. Yeah. I don't have the option here, so it's okay. That's all right. You know, there's always a way. With command hooks, it's doing great. I mean, I pulled on it, tugged on it, but I'm not using really heavy stuff because, one, it is outside, and two, most of my things are like really super light, so I'm not worried about it coming down. Now, in the previous years, I did use like heavy metal signs with my, you know, all the decorating, because I always had a theme every year, whether it was from, say, Ghost all the way down to, say, the Grinch. I've done so many different things throughout the years, so I always try to make it a little bit more stable, but not this one here. This is okay. Now, when we do our Christmas, you know, around the patio doors, I may get him to go back and kind of figure out another way to kind of make it more stable, because I may add some heavy stuff to it. Okay, enough rambling. Alrighty, I hope you can see. I'm gonna try to adjust my camera so y'all can see. I got it all put up, and I'm going to start with the mesh. I'm going to use the same colors as I did before, the burlap, the purple, the black, and the orange. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on it. Go ahead and get that all put up. And I did have a few people to ask if I can get a little closer so they can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to try to do that for y'all. As I said before, sorry, I just pick up my mesh and I drop it. Just drop it to the floor. Don't worry about where it's going. And then when I first start a roll, I'll roll it down so it kind of gives me like a pretty edge. And then I'll walk my fingers together to make a loop. Now, the size of your loop depends upon how far you grab it down. It really depends. Like, say if I want to grab it down further, as you can see, it will give me a bigger loop. Okay, and when you do whatever size loop you want, when you put it in between 2 of those tinsel ties on my garland, I put it in between there, and then I just twist it. Okay, and then I'll pull however much I want out to my next one. The same thing again, make my loop, put it between the 2 tinsel ties and the garland, twist it, and I go all the way down. Okay, closer so y'all can see it. Okay, so let me get it all turned around and we'll get started. Okay, before we get started, sorry about that, I forgot to tell y'all what my theme was going to be. I feel like a broken record when I say this. As you know, most of my stuff is in storage, and I only found a few boxes. And what I did find, and after looking through it, I come up with a theme of witch. That's going to be my theme for this year. And now on my banister, I did kind of like bring the colors, but I'm going to, the majority of the witch decor is going to be on my patio doors. So that's where I kind of come up with the colors to match the little goodies I found for the witch. So if y'all guessed the witch, y'all did it. All right, so again, let's get started. Alrighty, let's go up the ladder. Okay, here you go. Just drop it to the floor. You know, fold it over to make a pretty edge. Go down a little bit and walk my fingers together, and I get my first loop. And I'm gonna go up here, and we're gonna go if I don't like it, I'll kind of bring it out some, and I'll just redo it real quick because I want my loop a little bit bigger there. I want my about that size. All right, if y'all can see this, y'all see I got it tied right there, and then I'll just I'll grab it, walk my fingers together. It's kind of bowing on itself, and I'll just put it wherever I want to, and I'm gonna go between two of the tinsel ties, and then twist. It gives me my next loop. Come down, wherever I want. There's my loop. Put it between two of the tinsel ties and twist. And I do them in a zigzag pattern. It kind of blends better that way, I think. Now when I end my mesh, when I end my garland, that's when I make a whatever size loop I want, and then I'll cut the mesh there. And when you do cut it, you can make your tails if you want. Like if you want like streamers in a way, add a little bit, like a little bit longer, and you'll have your tail, which will kind of curl up on its own. Okay, there's my little tail right here. That's where I ended it, and it will start trying to curl up on its own. I kind of like it like that some, but I'll have little things here. So, then if I don't like the way it's hanging, scissors, I just cut it off right there where I tied it with my twist ties. Okay. All right. So now I'm gonna go back up and across the other side. Alrighty. Okay. I got all of my burlap mesh up on top, down both sides, and even here in the middle. The reason I kept this middle here is because I didn't want to go so far on down on each side. I'm so sorry y'all can't see me. This is driving me crazy. Let me drop y'all down. Sorry. The reason why I left this middle here is because I couldn't go down but so far, because I got something sitting on this side that the mesh will kind of get into the way of it. So that's why I decided just to bring my ends down so far. Now I could cut that off if I wanted to, but I don't think I'm going to. I don't know, something different, right? But anyway, there's all my burlap. Now I'm gonna get to adding the black, the purple, and then the orange, and then I'll get to bring in my theme goodies, okay? And y'all like these. All right, and also, don't worry, I got somebody who wants to meet y'all, okay? So just wait. Okay, the black mesh is done. Whew, sorry, I am working up a sweat up here. All right, now I'm gonna start doing the orange, and also I'm gonna do the purple as well. I was gonna add the lights first, but I'm gonna add, sorry, but I'm gonna do the lights on the last, because I don't wanna hide, because the colors are so dark, I don't wanna hide the colors, okay? So again, let's get the purple next, and then the orange, and on the orange, I'll bring y'all close so y'all can see more in depth of how I'm connecting them together, okay? All right, be right back. Whew. You're gonna have to be patient, I mean, I'm trying to decorate here, and you what have I told you about having manners? I mean, listen, you're gonna have to behave if you want to go on camera and meet my followers. You can't be ugly and do that, okay? All right, so behave. I'll be back. Listen, You can't interrupt me. I'm trying to decorate here. You can't interrupt me. I've got people. I'm trying to get this video out. I'm trying to show everybody how I'm decorating the back porch. I'll introduce you here in a little while, but you can't interrupt me. You've got to have manners. What have I told you about mannerism? Not many people have it in this world, but that's a different story. Okay? All right, so be nice. Ay, ay, ay. I'm using a 21-inch wide mesh on this, and somehow I'm using like a smaller 10-inch roll. It doesn't matter either which one. I still do the same thing on both. I fold it the same way and twist it up the same way. It's whatever people prefer. They didn't have those small rolls because it's easy to manage, I think, than the 21-inch, but you know, it's okay. It still works the same. Grab it, walk my fingers to it, and there's my first loop. Let's go up to the top. Alright, purple is done. The last mesh I'm going to be using is good old orange. Now this is a brighter orange than I did on my banister. That's more like a fall orange, like a more muted orange. This is more bright and vibrant, more Halloween-y orange. I couldn't find more of that, but that's okay because it blend fine. Now, since I just got one roll, I'm using about a whole roll of each color, but I really want to bring out the orange, like to really pop. So I may use a tad more of this. So I'm going to do more. I'll make a couple loops and I'll cut it. A couple loops tight, so that way I can kind of place them strategically where I want them. Strategically where I want them. Okay, so this is going to be a little different, but again, of course, like I said, I'll bring y'all close here in just a second so y'all can watch me do one. Okay, here's my little twist ties. Okay, I guess we're gonna maybe do one, two. Let's see, I'm gonna put one here. Okay. Okay, I'm making whatever size of loop I want. And I'm gonna go in between this purple here. You can use the same twist if you want. Okay, hang on. It doesn't, because there's plenty of, I gather. And I bring it, however loop you can pull it up, like take your hand and pull some out. And then go in a twist. I just kind of bunch it together. And see how I got it here between my twist. And then I just twist it like you would, like say bread or a twist tie. I'm gonna twist and twist. Pull out however you want, so it kind of bends on its own. And I'm gonna bring some here. Put it between your twist right here. And I kind of push it so it's all the way against it. And then I just twist it and twist it. And boom, there you go. That's it. All you have to do. Now, the way I do my flex tubing, I take it and I just make like little, like this. And then I'll twist time in my things here, just like I've been doing everything else. Alrighty, I've got my flex tubing done. It really kind of downplayed how bright the orange was really popping, because I wanted it to pop but not too much. Now it does look a little messy, which I wanted it to be. I just kind of got it roped everywhere. Just I didn't even pay attention. I was just throwing it up there. I used three bags of it. And I went everywhere. Now I know right here on camera it looks like a mess. It is in a way, but it's gonna kind of like mute some of my colors. So just be patient and you'll see what I'm talking about. Now, last time I was here, I asked you guys what theme was I going with. My colors. I know I really didn't give a whole lot of like hints, but y'all know again that I've only limited to so much. So what I did find on some of my goodies are these. I got some witch hats and I got some witch feet. So you see the purple and the orange and the black. You getting where I'm going now? So that's what I'm going to use. I've got a bunch of these and I got about 4 of these hats. I've had these for years. They're a little faded, you know, from using them in the previous years, but that's okay. You know, I think this is, you know, all these colors you see here, what I'm talking about. These are really going to look, this is, okay, now I'm going to start using my goodies. I'm going to put them, you know, just different areas everywhere. Now, say right here is one. I'm going to put it here in between some of the, and I'll adjust my, you know, my little tube in here. So I know, look, I want it to look very whimsical and like any which way. And I'll take you off the tripod and I'll give you a better image. So hang on with me. Alrighty, here we are. Now this is after all of my colors. All the flex tubing has been put up. Now you can see the flex tubing, I just kind of did it any which way. I just kind of tucked it here and there. And you see what I'm talking about? It's kind of muted some of that orange because I was kind of worried that the orange was a little too bright. But with all of my other goodies I'm going to be putting on here, it's going to turn out fantastic. All right, guys. All right, let's finish this up. The flex tubing is actually giving me like a kind of like spider web-y kind of feel to it. And with my witch feet and witch hat, you know, it's kind of keeping that theme. So I'm gonna start adding these kind of here and there.